Welcome to the Paige Trippin' Podcast. I'm Paige, the nervous system coach, mom of four, and the creator of Emotional Fire Drills. This is your safe space to unlearn the pressure, reconnect to your body, and remember who you are underneath it all. We're not stuck, we're just dysregulated. Let's trip. Welcome back to the Paige Trippin' Podcast. I'm Paige, and today we are talking all about emotional resilience. Or resiliency. I'm not quite sure, but it's okay. Well, let's chat about it. So, as I said in the last episode, we are not stuck. We are not broken. We are just dysregulated. And emotional resiliency is the key to this aspect along with our nervous system. So, I like to say that emotional resiliency and mental health is all just basically like working out with strength training, right? Some of us can pick up heavy things. Some of us are more fit. Some of us are more able to sustain workouts where some of us are not. Like if you're like me, when I used to not do workout, I used to be a great couch potato. I could sit on that couch all day and be happy. And when I was doing that, my mental strength was not good as well. And that's why I was sitting on the couch more than not. So things I like to tell my clients when they're with me and, they beat themselves up. We're usually our hardest critic. And it's really important to remember that you wouldn't walk into a gym, go to the weightlifting section and pick up a 300-pound deadlift with ease. You're going to be like, I can't even budget, right? So why are we then reading a self-help book and then saying, why can't I do this perfectly? Because you are starting out at a 5-pounder. Like you got to pick up the 5-pound first, right? You got to pick it up and you got to be able to do enough reps to be able to build the muscle. Then you can move on to the 10, then the 15, and so on and so forth till eventually you're picking up the 300-pound dead weight and you're feeling great, right? I'm not saying this is going to take you millions of years. I'm saying within a week you could feel less stressed if you do it every day. Right? If you pick up a 5-pounder and you do 5 reps a day, every day, morning and night, by the end of the week, you are going to feel less difficulties, right? It's the same with your nervous system. You have not been spending time regulating your nervous system. Whether or not you think you are, I'm probably guessing it's not enough for your nervous system. So, nervous system regulation requires you to activate the calming sensations in your body. I'm not going to get into all the science terms because I don't know. If you're here and you just want to feel unstuck, you're probably like, I don't give a shit. I know when I was reading it when I was depressed and not doing it for education and fun learning, I was like, tell me what to do. I don't care why it works. I just need something to work. I need to be able to feel good in my body. Stop telling me what scientific term. I don't care. I need to be able to stop yelling at my kids. I need to be able to figure out how to keep my house clean. I need to be able to shower every day. I'm so depressed I can't even get in the shower. I just need to know. And I'm sure you're feeling the same way. So when we're doing nervous system work, we want to make sure that we are counteracting what's happening inside of us. So if all you take away today is this, listen in, right? Listen and get close. Okay, here it is. Here's the thing. 1, if you are feeling down and depressed, numb, you can't get going, you're stuck on the couch, you're dissociated, you're like, I don't know what I feel, I have no energy, then you need to improve and work on your stamina. You need to counteract that with high energy tools, ecstatic dancing, going for a run, pushing the wall, doing something that puts input into the body that says, hey, we're not doing this today. So it has to be counteractive. So whatever you are feeling, you want to do the opposite of. So if you're feeling very scatterbrained, can't slow down, struggling to get a task done because your mind is going 20,000 directions, right? You're feeling angry, anxious. We need to slow the body, right? So that would be meditation, breath work, slow activities, right? Breathing is usually going to be the biggest one. But the hardest part for both of these people, so if you are a low energy type nervous system where you have a hard time getting started and getting off the couch, the hardest part for that is getting started, right? So we have to push ourselves. We have to get up and we have to say, I'm doing 2 minutes, and just start with, even if you can't do 2 minutes, then start with 1 minute. I'm going to put on a song and I'm going to dance for 1 minute straight. When I'm done with that, give yourself a reward of some kind. Like you're starting to just train the nervous system. Like, let's see what happens, right? Let's make it fun. Let's see what happens. Let's challenge Paige. I'm going to do this for 1 minute and see if it helps me. When you have been in fight or flight for a very long time, you might need more work. So do it for a week and then decide if it's for you or not. Don't do it one time and be like, I did 1 minute, and you're going to be like, some people don't notice it right away because they have been conditioned in their body to feel nothing. So it is super important to remember that. It's like, don't give up unless you've done it for a whole week. 1 whole week, 7 days of consistent nervous system work. And remembering that depending on how severe the trauma is, how severe the nervous system and burnout rates are, you might need more tools in a row. So I always like to tell people, at least pick 3 each exercise. If you're looking for tools and you don't know what tools to try, jump over to my website and join the Oasis Inner Safety membership. It is an online portal with breath work, nervous system work, yoga moves, somatic stuff to move things from the body. You can take 1 of each of those, or 3 from one section. It doesn't matter. And it has meditations in there. It has everything in there. It's like, it's going to be a continually growing thing. It's going to get a little bit crazy. It is like my ADHD, but it is like, you will find a tool in there. It doesn't matter who you are. You will find a tool because there's going to be so many. Right now there's about 10 in each section. So you're starting off with a lot. I have way too many more to add. And right now I'm in an ADHD burnout. I was like doing too much and I was like, okay, we got to stop. So we'll add more in there. And you also get a monthly coaching session with me. So it's a group every month on Monday. We come in, I just had one every Monday. We come in and we do a coaching session, and you get to ask questions before. If you can't make it live, it's on there. Anyways, move on. So for 7 days, morning and night, you're going to want to do nervous system balancing. So my favorite, and so once you find what works, you stick with it. You do not change it. And everyone's like, but that's boring. You're like, no. It's what your nervous system needs. If you are your nervous system is like a toddler. So if you decide, okay, today I'm going to let my toddler go to bed at 6:30. Tomorrow they're going to stay up till 2 a.m. Then the next day they're going to go to bed at 4, and the next day they're going to go to bed at 7:30, and the next day do you see what's happening to that toddler? The toddler is not going to be regulated. The toddler is going to lose its mind, right? It's going to be like, what the heck is happening? They're going to, it doesn't know what to expect. So it feels scared, right? It's not going to settle down. It's going to have all these issues. We need to have routine because that's what keeps our nervous system safe. When it doesn't know when you're going to eat, it starts to store fat. It's like, okay, now we got to go into survival mode. Your nervous system was designed to keep you safe. If you are not keeping it safe by giving it what it needs, it is going to work 10 times harder to keep you safe, which is depleting you, making you gain weight, making you feel like crap, not doing what it needs to do, and lashing out or shutting down or doing whatever it does, because there's so many different types of nervous system responses. So we want to find the tool that works and then keep it. And that's what we do. If you're neurodivergent like me and you refuse to do it if it's not fun, I do quarterly switch ups. So every 3 months, I change my routine. I have found all the tools that work for my nervous system, and then I just rotate them. I do them in different orders, or I switch it out and I do like 3 this month or 3 that time, and I just kind of change it. So my favorite routine is Kapalabhati breathing, which is a forceful exhale only through the nose. And I do that for 2 minutes. Some people have a harder time with that breath, so I suggest doing 20 to 30 breaths in a row, then doing a deep breath cleanse, and then starting again doing like 3 rounds of that From there, I either will do, depending on my mood, if I'm having because my ADHD type is combination. So sometimes I'm low energy, sometimes I'm hyperactive. You never know what you're going to get with this lovely lady. That's why I'm so fun. You never know what you're going to get. Sometimes I'm boring. Sometimes I'm chaotic. Sometimes I'm fun. You never know. Anyways, so if you're neurodivergent, just switch it up. I like to, when on low energy days, I like to do Kapalabhati breathing because it's a faster energy. It heats you up. And then Bhastrika, which is a forceful inhale, exhale. And then I do the hand movements where I go up and down. And then from here, I do a calm down. So I'll do deep belly breathing. I'll do Nadi Shodhana or alternating nostril breathing or bee's breath. Something that pulls me back in, slows and calms my brain. And then that's my day. I'll either do a journal session or sometimes I won't. And then I usually end the whole thing with dancing while I'm doing my morning chores. So I'll throw on music, doing my dishes. My kids will come in. I'll dance with them. I'll just dance. I'm just always dancing in my kitchen. So that is a fun activity. It doesn't have to be hours long. Each exercise is no more than 2 to 3 minutes. So 3 times 2? Simple, easy. We need to simply remind ourselves that it is a lifestyle change. So we do not just do this on the bad days. If you only did it on the bad days, your nervous system is not going to lock it into memory because it can't access what is called your prefrontal cortex, just the front part of your brain where your logical thinking happens, right? So we want to do this on our good days, our bad days, our sad days, our silly days. We want to do it every single day so that the body can now rewrite the story. Right? If your nervous system knows we're doing this, whether I like it or not, okay, this must be the new story. She's doing this or he's doing this every single day. Okay, it's working. I'm feeling safe. I can now lock this into memory. So when you do these things long term, like I was telling someone said, how long does it take until you're no longer experiencing things? I'm like, no. We are always experiencing. There's always going to be good days and bad days. There's always going to be highs and lows. There's always going to be all this. It's just not going to be as long, right? So my depressive episodes used to last months, like severe depression, no longer wanting to be here type mentality. That being said, there's days that I have that are bad, which aren't as many because now I'm learning what I like. I'm learning how to set my boundaries. I'm learning to live in my life the way that I need to, and it's less. So when there's a trigger, it's like, okay, maybe a day of like this, I'm having a bad day, but I handle it in a different way. Whereas before I'd have a bad day and I'd sit on the couch and I'd binge eat and I wouldn't do anything. I'd let my house go to shit. I'd go to shit. I wouldn't shower. I wouldn't talk to people. I wouldn't do anything. Now I'm like, I need an hour to like reboot myself. Obviously I don't get an hour because I have 4 kids, but I just am like, okay, let everyone, we can watch a movie or we can play video games, we can do whatever the heck you want. And I let them do things that I know will keep them busy, that aren't dangerous for them horribly. I know video games, everyone has their ideas, but in this house, if it works and we're alive and we're not dying, then so be it. I do allow TV, I do allow this. Like it or leave it. It's my life. I don't care. But if mom needs a minute because my husband works 6 days a week until dinner time and I'm here all day by myself, I need a minute. And that's okay. So anyways, they do that and I just sit on the couch and I do either my breath work, I read a book, I do something that refuels me. In order for my nervous system to get back into alignment, I need to be alone. I need people not to talk to me, not to touch me, not to look at me. I need to not be needed. I just need to like literally sit on a charger and be like, charge me. Okay. And then I'm like, okay, now I'm good. If that does not work and they're still losing their shit and I cannot get anybody, I'm like, that's it. We're going outside. I don't care. Everyone puts their shoes on and we get outside for at least a few minutes, right? The moment we go outside, every time everyone's losing their shit, within a minute or 2, everybody is different. So if all else fails, shove them outside. And you get out there too. Take your shoes off if you can because earthing's great. All right, I'm losing track. Rein it back in. Okay. So you are doing emotional resiliency is strength training. So that means we need to counteract the first thing is counteract whatever mood you're in. If you're in high energy, you need to do slow down and grounding activities, slow breath work, slow body work, things that are slowing you and bringing you back into the body. There are so many techniques. So one thing you can do today, if you cannot slow down, is my favorite that I make my youngest daughter do. She gets what we like to call the zoomies, and she gets extremely rambunctious. It's hard to calm her down, even when she is screaming. And I've noted we've been doing this for now 2 weeks, and I catch her doing it now by herself. Deep pressure. So we do body squeezes. So if you're watching the video, you don't have to hear all of this. But if you are not watching the video, what you're doing is you're taking your opposite hand and you're starting by squeezing the fingers, applying the pressure that your body can handle. Some people are sensitive to touch, so be mindful. Really focusing on the joints, so around the wrist, and then you move your way up the arm and you squeeze. You're just squeezing. It's literally just squeezing. Squeezing the elbow, squeezing the upper arm, up by the shoulder. I have her start with a squeezy hug because she gets so angry. She wants to hurt things that I'm like, okay, well, hug yourself then. Give yourself a bear hug. So we crisscross our arms and we squeeze as hard as we can. And then we start squeezing the upper arm and then work our way down. And you can physically see as she puts her head down into her chest and she squeezes. And I tell her, remember, breathe. Don't forget to breathe. And then you see her start to breathe. And her shoulders will start to drop. And then she'll start to squeeze her arm, move her hands. That's when I know the shift is happening. So some people will start to yawn. Some people will start to, you might feel emotion come up, which is okay. Feel it. Let it go. You cannot stay stuck in that feeling. You have to feel it to move it. And so allow it to be there. And then you might yawn, you might cry, you might sneeze, you might burp, that's energy moving from your body. And it's a sign that your nervous system is calming down, which is an A+. So start with the squeezing if you're one of those people who can't calm down or can't sit still. And then you can do anything that is calming. So if you have tolerance for doing the deep breathing, do it, but I insist that you count. Because if you count, your brain can't focus on anything else, right? So you're counting for inhaling 1, 2, 3, 4, exhale 4, 3, 2, 1. The more intricate the breath, the more your brain has to focus. So there's something called Sitali breath, or forget the names. I'm really bad at remembering names, but I can teach it to you. There is an alternate version. And what you do is you're inhaling through the mouth by sticking the tongue out like a taco. And so you're going to make the taco with your mouth, and you're going to inhale for about 4 seconds. Then you're going to close your mouth, and then you're going to exhale through the nose for 8 seconds. So the exhale longer is a quicker signal to the brain that it's safe to calm down. So I'm going to show it on the video. Those of you who are on just audio, you're sticking your tongue out like a taco. So see if you can do that. If you can't do the taco tongue, you're going to bring your teeth to touch. Do not clench, and relax the tongue. You can put it behind your tongue, but really you can just do whatever you want with your tongue. It doesn't matter, as long as you're inhaling with a crazy looking smile with your teeth touching. Okay, so you should look like a goofball. Instantly, you might get frustrated with this breath, but keep restarting it until you get the hang of it, because this is going to be really great for your brain. So you're going to stick the tongue out like a taco, and you're going to breathe in for 1, 2, 3, 4. It will look like this. Those of you on video, close the mouth, exhale through the nose. Inhale. Close the mouth, exhale. And you would continue that for about 2 to 3 minutes and really focusing on it. And once you get the hang of it, you're going to notice when you start to calm, because your brain is going to be able to quickly keep doing it. And you're going to be like, wait, I'm not thinking about anything. I'm focusing on this. You might have to restart a few times. Don't worry about it. But that's a great calm down one. Those of you who, I think I already did, I'm already forgetting what I said. Okay, those of you who are the slow to start, we're going to do more energy ones. So running in place, dancing, Kapalabhati or Bhastrika breath. These ones are really fast pace, really get you going. Or you can even do something called a wall push, which is like you stand like you're going to do a push-up. You get halfway down and then you push as hard as you can without moving your feet, without moving your arms, and you hold it for 2 minutes. Those are some moves. If you're looking for more moves, go to the online portal. The link is in the show notes, or you can just reach out to me on Instagram at PaigeTrippin, and we can get you some more moves because I love teaching this stuff. It's really fun. I can go on forever. But anyways, wrap it up, Paige. Today is all about strength training for the nervous system. Remembering that you need to do these moves every day, morning and night. If you're neurodivergent, I highly suggest a midday check-in and a midday balance. And remember that we're doing this because we love ourselves and that we are worthy of being able to hold stress without losing our shit. We are capable of doing that. So the more we practice this work, the more resilient we will be, meaning that we can tolerate more without losing our breath, because everybody has stress. We're always going to have it. And it's safe for you to be strong and powerful. So let's reclaim our power and start living a life that makes us feel good in our body and not like crap. So that's it for this episode. I'm sending you guys so much love. I hope that this was cohesive because I'm an ADHD girl and I just go with the flow. Anyways, I love you. Thanks for being here. Keep staying regulated. And remember, you are not broken. You're just dysregulated. Until next time. You made it through another episode of the Paige Trippin podcast, and I'm so damn proud of you. Remember, we're not stuck. We're just dysregulated, and you don't have to figure it all out alone. If you're ready to take this work deeper, to actually feel safe in your body, move through stress without spiraling, and build real nervous system strength, I'd love to support you. You can work with me one-on-one, join my group coaching program, or dive into my online membership at your own pace. Just head to the link in the show notes or find me on Instagram at PaigeTrippin. Your body's ready. Your power's not gone. It's just been waiting. That's it for this episode. Keep tripping, and I'll see you next time.